Hey everyone and welcome back to Health Nova Zone. Today, we're diving deep into a skill that can completely transform your health journey. Mastering the food label. I know. They can look like a secret code, full of confusing terms and numbers. But I promise, by the end of this video, you'll be able to walk into any grocery store and decode any package like a pro. Ready to become a food label detective? Let's get started. So, you've got a package in your hand. Where do you even begin? Most people glance at the big, bold claims on the front. Low fats, all natural, high in fiber. While these can be helpful, they don't tell the whole story. The real treasure trove of information is on the back, in that black and white box called the Nutrition Facts panel. This is our home base. Let's break it down, starting from the top. The first thing you'll see is serving size and servings per container. This is crucial, and it's where many people get tripped up. All the numbers below with the calories, the fat, the sugar are based on one serving, not the whole bag, not the entire box. So, if the serving size is half a cup, but you know you're going to eat 2 cups, you need to multiply all the numbers by 4. It's a simple step, but it makes a huge difference in understanding what you're actually consuming. Be honest with yourself about your portion sizes. Next up, we have calories. Calories are a measure of energy. It's not about good or bad calories, but about balancing the energy you take in with the energy you burn. The calories from fat line used to be common, but it has been removed from newer labels, because we now know the type of fat is more important than the amount. We'll get to that in a second. A general guide is that 100 calories per serving is moderate, and 400 is high. This can help you quickly gauge the energy density of a food. Now, let's move down to the main nutrients, which are usually bolded: total fat, cholesterol, and sodium. For total fat, you'll see it broken down into saturated fat and trans fat. These are the ones you generally want to limit. Trans fats are the worst offenders for heart health, and you should aim for 0 grams whenever possible. On the other hand, things like unsaturated fats, which aren't always listed, but are found in foods like nuts, avocados, and olive oil, are actually good for you. Next is cholesterol and sodium. These are nutrients you want to keep in check, especially if you're concerned about heart health or blood pressure. The label gives you a daily value percentage, which we'll talk more about in a moment. A good rule of thumb is to choose foods with lower numbers for these two. Moving on, we have total carbohydrates. This is another big one. It's broken down into dietary fiber and total sugars. Fiber is fantastic. It's great for digestion, helps you feel full, and can support stable blood sugar levels. You want to see a higher number here. Info foods with at least 3 to 5 grams of fiber per serving. Then there's total sugars. This is where it gets interesting. This number includes both naturally occurring sugars, like those in fruit and milk, and added sugars. This added sugars line is a relatively new and incredibly valuable addition to the label. These are the sugars and syrups added during processing, the ones we really need to watch out for. High intake of added sugars is linked to a host of health issues. Your goal should be to keep this number as low as possible. A food might seem healthy, but a quick look at the added sugars can reveal a different story. And finally, we have protein. Protein is essential for building and repairing tissues, and it also helps with satiety. The amount you need varies from person to person, but choosing foods with a decent amount of protein can help you stay full and energized. Now, let's talk about that column on the right, the percent daily value, or percent DV. This tells you how much a nutrient in one serving contributes to a total daily diet of 2,000 calories. It's a handy shortcut. The simple guide is that 5% DV or less of a nutrient per serving is considered low, while 20% DV or more is considered high. So, you can use this to quickly see if a food is high in something you want more of, like fiber or vitamin D, or high in something you want less of, like saturated fat or sodium. It helps you put the numbers into context. But wait, there's more. Perhaps the most important part of the entire label is the ingredient list. This is where the food has no secrets. Ingredients are listed by weight, from the most to the least. So, the first 3 ingredients make up the bulk of the food. If you see sugar, refined flour, or some unpronounceable chemical in those first few spots, it's a red flag. A great rule of thumb is to choose foods with short, recognizable ingredient lists. If it reads like a science experiment, eat probably, and be wary of hidden sugars. Manufacturers use dozens of different names for sugar to disguise it. Words like glucose, fructose, dextrose, maltodextrin, corn syrup, cane juice, or anything ending in O's are all just different names for sugar. The more you scan ingredient lists, the better you'll get at spotting them. Let's do a quick real-world example. Imagine you're comparing two yogurts. Yogurt A has 15 grams of sugar. Yogurt B has 25 grams. At first glance, A seems better, but then you look at the added sugars line. Yogurt A has 12 grams of added sugar, while yogurt B, a plain Greek yogurt, has 0 grams of added sugar all. Its sugar is naturally from the milk. Yogurt B has double the protein. In this case, yogurt B is the clear winner for a healthier choice. This is the power of reading the entire label, not just one number. Another thing to look out for is serving size manipulation. A small bag of chips might look like a single serving, but the label says it contains 3 servings. Suddenly, that seemingly reasonable amount of fat and sodium triples. It's a common marketing tactic. So always check that serving size first. Learning to read food labels is not about perfection or restriction. It's about empowerment. It's about making informed choices that align with your health goals. It turns you from a passive consumer into an active participant in your own well-being. Start small. The next time you go shopping, pick up a few of your regular items and just take an extra minute to analyze the label. Compare 2 different brands of bread or cereal. You might be surprised by what you find. Over time, this will become second nature. You'll quickly be able to identify healthier options and see through misleading marketing claims. You'll build a pantry and fridge filled with foods that truly nourish you. And that's your crash course in becoming a food label master. It might seem like a lot at first, but just focus on one section at a time. Start with the serving size, then check the added sugars, and then scan the first few ingredients. You've got this. Thank you so much for joining me today at Health Nova Zone. I hope you found this guide helpful. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. What's the most surprising thing you've ever found on a food label? Let me know in the comments below. Stay healthy, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.